guys, how have you been? Welcome back to Mom and Daughter Diary. It's been such a long time. I feel like it's been like a month or so, but it's been a week and some few days that we haven't done this. We really planned to do this every week, like have a video every week, once in a week or twice a week. But as you can hear, I have voice issues. I have not been feeling well, but I really thank God that I'm healed. I'm perfectly fine, apart from the voice and maybe some few here and there. But it's been a really hard week for us. Actually, both me and my daughter, we've not been feeling well. She just joined school, and I think because of the change of the environment and all that caused one thing and led to the other. But finally she's back to school and her mama has got her voice back. We are back. Welcome again. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch our previous videos. We still request you to like, share, subscribe to our channel for more. And actually, I think this is a second video that I'm doing personally, as in front of the camera. And I'm so excited about this journey that we have started. And yeah, so last time we talked about what happened after theater, after my C-section. And today I'm gonna talk about the big moment, as in when I was given the news now that you have, actually I was not told you have. My nurse came and told me you need to sign this, and I was like, what's that? And yeah, that was it. I took the papers, I read them, and I knew I was going to the theater. Now what I want to talk about with you is something very interesting. It's something that triggered my reaction then, now, because when I was told that you need to sign this, and after I realized that I was going to the theater, and it was my very first time. Actually, it was the first time I was admitted in a hospital. I had never been admitted before, and so everything was just new. I was only 23 years old, and I think I wasn't so much into research, so all I was expecting is a natural birth. And I was praying a lot about it, and I had a very smooth pregnancy until my 7th month. And I had said that before, actually. And so now the news has come that you need to go to the theater. Immediately I was told that I was shocked. I started crying like a little baby. I cried. I was in my bed. I cried. I was alone. Okay, in the room that I was, we had we had a curtain that was separating. We were sharing a room, the two of us. So we had a curtain, and so the other lady who was there, who was next, she heard me crying. She already had her baby, actually. She heard me crying, and she opened the curtain and she asked me, "Hey Lucy, we had already introduced we had already known each other, so, but I don't remember her name. I don't know how, I forgot that. But she told me, Lucy, why are you crying?" And I was like, "They have told me that I'm going to the theater." And she was like, and what's wrong? It's for the good of you and your baby." And I was like, "What do you mean?" So I started narrating to her the story, something that I had heard when I was young. I think I was a teenager, growing up. Now these are the things that you hear when you're growing up. And we basically assume them, not knowing that maybe they could affect you positively or negatively in the future. So growing up, I started now narrating the story. Growing up, I could hear people in our village say so and so went to be operated on. But now the way they used to put it, they used to say so and so ng'ania nĩ arathire gũthĩnjwo akĩheo mwana. Yes, that's how we say in our language. As if I translate that directly in English, it is so scary. Like so and so went to be slaughtered when having a baby. Slaughtered. I hope you slaughtered. So now this nurse has come and she's telling me that I'm going to go and be slaughtered in the stomach so that they can remove the baby. And you know, I could hear back then that if someone is slaughtered in quotes, as in if someone if someone has gone through operation, they either become insane or they might even die, or both of them could even die, the mother and the baby. And so she told me, no, those are just the ones you had saying those things, they were not able to tell you how things are done. But you don't even say slaughtering, you say so and so was operated on. And so I was like, are you sure I'm not going to feel any pain? But then why were they saying that someone can die? And she sat down and started explaining everything. She told me, right now, what you need to think about. She asked me, do you want to see your baby? Of course, yes. I was so excited that I'm gonna become a mom. And she told me, now, if you want to see your baby, if you're excited about this, you have to do what your doctor tells you. So I told her, okay, but it's not my doctor who has told me, it's the nurse. And she told me, yes, it is the nurse, because probably your doctor is not within. True, doctor had not arrived. And so she told me, just stop crying, everything is gonna be fine. She told me, you know, this is my second CS, and my baby is my firstborn is only 2 years old, and you can see I'm here, I'm fine, I'm okay, the baby is okay, everything is fine, you're going to be fine. Just stop crying and don't stop becoming anxious about it. Just relax and everything is going to be fine. In fact, you're gonna come out and you're going to find me here, and you're going to be waiting for you and your baby. And I was like, oh my god, oh, so this is real, so it's not that bad. I was like, oh yeah, okay. So but I had to call my doctor and confirm. So I called him, and he told me, yes, Lucy, we do not have another choice, because the fluid that you have, it cannot keep the baby going for the remaining part of the whatever the months, and we had already induced you, so we're going to make the baby tired. And so he told me, don't worry, everything is going to be fine, I'm gonna come in a few and we're gonna do this. And he said, just be ready, just be fine, everything is going to work out okay, you're going to hold your baby in just a few minutes time. And yeah, that's how I was able to calm down. But you can see something I had when I was growing up, really affected me. Were it not for that woman who was right next to me, I don't know how I would have coped with that situation. Of course, because it was at night, I was alone, there was nobody from home. And starting to call people, especially I did not call my mom, because I knew she would be very, very shocked, and I did not want to worry her. It was at night. And yeah, it happened. And finally I went to the theater. And I remember after I went to the theater, now my doctor came and he asked me, are you ready for this? And I said, yes, I'm ready. And they were done in like 30 minutes or so. They were done, and I had the first cry. My baby girl just cried, and I remember just hearing that. It was a moment that I don't even have the best word to explain. Any mom, any dad here who has been to the delivery room and you heard your baby cry for the first time, I mean, it's a moment that you cannot compare with anything in this world. It is just magical. It is just divine. It is just, I don't know. I don't even have the right words to explain. I remember I shed tears when I saw her, and I was told your baby is perfectly fine, but she's so tiny. And she's okay. She's going to be, the pediatrician was right there. He said, you're going to observe her, so she's not going to be breastfeeding for the first 24 hours. So my baby never breastfed for the first 24 hours. Actually, I think it was for like 48 hours she didn't breastfeed, because they said they were observing whether she could have had any infection, and so she was fed glucose for those 2 days. She was fed glucose. She was in an incubator. She was so tiny. And yeah, but she was the best thing I saw. I remember going to the nursery to see her, and I was like, you know, you are a fighter. You can do this, baby. Just keep fighting for us. You know, we've come from far, and I could go out of the theater so excited. I was feeling like this baby is hearing whatever I'm telling her. Oh my god, that was just the best moments of my life. As in, what I thought would have been the worst moment of my life turned to be the best moment of my life, and that was it. Now, do you know that after the 48 hours that my baby never breastfed, she was introduced to it's called what? Oh my god, hii kitu mtoto upewa nayo maziwa. Munyonyi. I don't know, someone tell me what's that in English. So okay, a bottle. She took milk, because I used to, now when I started I was told you have to use the pump, and then you come here, you bring it, we feed your baby. I think they saw that I didn't have strength or something, but they were feeding her baby. So I used to go to the nursery and do the pumping, and get the milk in a bottle, and then they would feed the baby. Yes, that's how I did. Now, after going home, we stayed in the hospital for a whole week. After going home, my baby refused to breastfeed. She could only take milk from the bottle. It was so hard because I had a lot of milk. It was so hard for her to adjust. Now you have to stop using the bottle, and you stop, like, you feed from the mom's breast, and it was such a hard time. But then again, the moment between me going to the theater and after receiving my baby like this, oh my god, no matter how long we stayed in the hospital, that doesn't count. What counts is the moments that we spent together. They were just the best, the very best moments. Anyway, now, I want to say that sometimes you may look back and see that some things that are happening in your life, or some things that you do, are out of something that maybe you heard or you were told when you were young, but you don't recognize that until a moment triggers something and you remember, oh, this was said, I was told. You see, and that could affect you positively or negatively. I just hope that when you look back, whatever you heard, whatever you were told, is impacting your life in a positive manner. Okay? Hey, I hope you've enjoyed watching our video, and we look forward to sharing more on this journey. And if there's something that you'd like me to talk about or to tell you about, just tell me in the comments, and I'll be glad to share with all of you, with all of us, including myself. So thank you so much for your time. Now we're gonna go check what the baby is doing. Bye.